Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight is Thursday. You know what that means. It's the company 10:06 right now. It's July 15th, halfway through the month, halfway through the year. So I guess we are half and half right now going on.
I was waiting for Brian to get the weather report just now.
Right.
Were you? Tonight it's partly cloudy.
Chance of meatballs.
What?
I don't know. Ain't that a book?
Gosh, it's a movie. Anyway,
thanks. It's a book first, nigga.
Read. Oh shit. So I hope everybody had an amazing week. I hope you guys have been progressive. I guess I know what word is. Productive. Productive is the word I'm looking for. Hope you guys have been productive. I hope everything's going fine. Of course, it's super stupid hot outside. It's been at least 92, 93 here every day for the last 2 weeks. So if you have a job outside, I pray for you and I applaud you because that is not anything for the weak. A lot of things been going on. Oh, I'm sorry. Got everybody here with us tonight. Got Izzo, got Nick, got that damn Sosa with the bucket hat on. And Rich. How you guys doing?
Alive. What a time.
Yeah. Well, what a time to be alive, right? Mm-hmm.
There you go. That part.
I got you. So a few things have been happening over the last week. Of course, we got the NBA Finals. It is now tied 2-2. Whether you are a Bucks fan or a Suns fan,
man, there ain't no Buck fans in existence. There are no Buck fans,
especially in this part of the world. There ain't no, there better not be.
Well, I take that back. If they win the title, all of a sudden hear a Bucks fan, I'm like, you one of them, huh?
Listen, I personally have never seen a Bucks jersey in real life in the wild.
Seriously, you never seen a Glenn Robinson jersey back in the day?
I've never seen anybody with a. Well, back in the day, but I mean, lately.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will say I've seen a couple Middleton jerseys down here. I will say that.
Well, I can see that. That's his home. I feel you there. Because I used to see Jermaine O'Neal and stuff back in the day, but when the hell else did you see a Pacers jersey?
Exactly.
Right. If I see a City Moncrief jersey, I'll be impressed.
Whoa, that is throwback.
I mean, you're gonna see a couple people come out saying that they were Suns fans since 1993, but then you're like, yeah, really? Were you? Were you really?
No,
really?
You weren't.
No, you weren't.
Not at all.
I actually met a Suns fan, but guess what? He's from Phoenix. So, and that was my first cousin's husband. So there you go.
That works though.
For real. So that makes sense. Exactly. Ain't none of them out here.
Well, some people do fall into that.
Lakers fans.
Well, some people do fall into that thing where if you're from the city, you have to like the team.
I mean,
but the thing with South Carolina, we don't have any professional basketball.
That's a very good point.
Thank you.
So, I don't necessarily believe in that because in town, like hell, in this state, when I grew up, I didn't give a goddamn about USC and Clemson.
Nope.
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Yep.
Not until I went to USC.
Exactly.
So, but we have that freedom to be, pardon the term, quote unquote, fluid with our team choices. You know, I like the Steelers. I ain't from fucking Pittsburgh. Never been there before in my life. But it don't matter. We don't have a team. Got to pick a one.
Yeah. I'm a Panthers fan by the fact that I'm like, oh, they got nice colors and they're on TV. They're going to be on TV here. And that's when I started watching from the get-go.
Well, you would have had a reason to be a Panthers fan if damn USC wasn't acting so shitty with letting stuff come to South Carolina.
Oh, that was Mike McGee. Good point. You remember that. Mike McGee. He was a shitty AD. Yeah, we remember that.
There was wait, shut the fuck up, Marcus.
Huh? I wasn't even reading. You could have let that slide and I would have missed it. I didn't even see that.
Oh shit.
What's your answer?
Y'all taught me something. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, this happened in like 94, 95. Well, like before it happened, like Mike McGee was the athletic director at the time, and he said he didn't want another team in town to take away from USC. And I'm like, they're college and one is NFL. And at the time, Clemson and Carolina were horrible. Yeah. That's why I had to do it like this. Horrible. It wasn't about to take away from shit.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, they were both trash.
So yeah, that's why we lost out on all that money.
Mm-hmm. And yet they let them play at Clemson for that year and get all that revenue. That was idiotic.
Well, whatever happened with the training center that they were supposed to build here that they were talking about a couple years ago?
Oh, it got okay. It got greenlit. They probably already started building it. What's that in Fort Mill or in Rock Hill? Like Fort Mill?
Yeah, right there on the border almost. Yeah,
I mean Fort Mill's literally like a stone's throw from Charlotte.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it did get okay. So that will be some revenue coming to South Carolina from the football team, but
I still consider that area, that money. Still, I always consider that Charlotte. Like Fort Mill is right there.
Yeah, they just gonna drive down the street to Charlotte and cash it.
They're the
he said Rock Trail. So if it's in Rock Hill, that's further in.
Yeah.
That's about 15-20 minutes from Fort Mill. So that makes
it's still the Charlotte Panthers to me, so it don't matter.
Oh, see, he said no revenue.
Told you. I didn't feel it would be either. Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe the taxes on the building, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the issue, Rich. They not really getting taxed for a long while.
Yeah,
that was exactly. That's why when they said it, I opposed it immediately. Like, no, don't let them build that shit here.
Yeah, they building it and then they ain't paying for it.
Yeah, now like a company like Amazon, like at first Amazon's about to call Nikki bluff. All they were looking for like 5 years not to pay taxes at the time. They probably got longer now, and she was going like, no. I'm like, you'll give them a break for a short period of time, but they got to pay after that. Mm-hmm. Man, fuck Harpootlian. Harpootlian trying to take all the bars.
Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know what y'all got going on in 5 Points, man.
Ain't no y'all. I've outgrown that area.
What you mean?
Ain't shit there.
Oh yeah, well they're closing everything. They want that to be a shopping area.
Yeah, man.
Like buy dresses and eat food and leave.
I told my wife down there the other night, man. Going through
yeah, I remember
there.
It is summertime, but still.
So the bum ass college kids gonna go to the Vista now?
No, they really gonna have nowhere to go. They're gonna be house partying and room partying, and that's gonna make it worse.
Spreading COVID like it's.
You'd rather have them be in one central place for the most part than having have those cops gonna go through hell. I've been saying that from the get go.
Yeah. And speaking of COVID, of course, now we have the Delta 8. What is it? I'm sorry.
Delta 8. Wrong.
No, that's the wrong. We have the
Delta A.
That's it. That's weed.
Is it Lambda?
That's the weed.
No, he's talking about weed. And here goes T-Mobile checking in from Rock Hill.
Hey,
Rock Hill getting all the props tonight.
What's the new COVID strain?
You're right.
Delta.
The Delta variant.
Oh, the Delta variant.
And then there's a Lambda variant on top of that.
Okay, so with the Delta and the Lambda variant,
Delta Lambda new.
California is already taking measures, and they are not loosening any of the rules they have with face masks and social distancing. So they're still requiring people to maintain what they've been doing as far as wearing the face mask everywhere outside and everything, because it's already starting to spread there. Do you guys think that is something that may start here, or why do you think that?
No. Massive bitch ass.
No. We're gonna pray this away.
Oh, is that God? Is God gonna take care of us this time?
Pretty much.
Leah said you shouldn't be drinking. What are you drinking now?
That is Coke Zero.
That's what I love, Coke Zero myself.
So there's no sugar in that. Thank you.
Ooh, Leah gonna curse at you.
Probably.
So as far as any new precautions or anything, we're just going to maintain the same stream we're on now and possibly start this whole thing back over on this side.
Absolutely,
I guarantee it.
There is. I have zero confidence in anyone doing anything at this point that's going to actually contain this. We're just gonna have to deal with it at this point.
So how do we, not to say dive deep into this, but how do we dive in the people out there who somehow still like are so anti-vaccine, but yet they were before and somehow they're woke?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
You can't pray for death, so
it sounds cruel, but you're actually going to have to let people suffer with it.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that aren't paying any attention. I mean, you saw the party that was going on in Milwaukee when they were showing the game.
Yeah.
The street part. There were people piled on top of each other, cheering and partying and stuff in the street. That is how this shit is going to get out of hand, and we're going to be right back where we were last fucking July or last.
I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah,
kind of. You know,
we're getting there. How I missed it. I'm sorry.
Numbers wise, like it's increasing. Of course, it's not increasing to the point where we were last year, but
it's not increasing at the same speed, which is good. But at the same time, the vaccinations have dropped because people keep people are passing it on because they're not vaccinated.
That's only what 40%, maybe.
Really?
Them motherfuckers keep mutating.
Well, what is the U.S. completely? Where are we with vaccinations completely in the U.S.? Does anybody know?
Still under half. I'm sure.
If we throw out the South, we'd probably be good.
We're in the South. That's not how statistics work, my friend.
I'm agreed. We're gonna grade on a curve, guys.
You can't throw out the South. All my stuff is here.
Mobile and Rockhill doing interstate commerce type activities that get you.
Right. So according to Google, it says the percentage of the U.S. population that's vaccinated is 48.5%. So yes, we're still under half.
Okay.
Yep.
South Carolina's at 39.7.
Shit.
There was a
trash.
I didn't even have to look to know that we was under half. There's no way we were at least at half.
Speaking of vaccinations, y'all saw. I think I posted this in the chat about Tennessee, like having a law where they're basically banning vaccinations.
For what? Like what?
I mean, you try not to laugh. Like you try not to laugh at this stuff, but then at the same time, you're like, we are watching. Like I don't know how deep into sci-fi stuff y'all get into or science, regardless. But it's like you have the concept of the Fermi paradox, and you have the Great Filter. And the Great Filter is basically the reason why there is no other intelligent life in the universe is because either there's social, biological, or moral reasons as to why they haven't moved beyond the planet that they're on. And just seeing stuff like this, just kind of like, you know what? I'm sure this has happened before, and this is why that civilization died out.
Absolutely. I have no doubt. Yeah.
Like, Mississippi,
I believe in Pompeii they were like, hey, stop throwing shit in the volcano. One day.
Wow.
It's not going to turn out too right. Where don't you want me to get rid of my shit at? So they just kept throwing shit in the volcano. So yeah, it's the end of this life, the end of this civilization is going to be something we do to ourselves.
Good name drop. Good name drop.
Oh man.
What are you talking about? Good name drop.
Pompeii, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
I'm giving you credit.
Why you took that off? Because Marcus said something?
No, Marcus. Keep getting away. I couldn't drink right. Talk about what Marcus say.
Forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies.
Richard's a dick.
But I mean,
I'll take that. Hey, I'll take that because I like that era LL.
You're not a pink cookies in a plastic bag?
No,
that's
no.
Exactly. Hey, to be honest with you, that's when the fascination with LL hip hop stopped.
Yeah, no.
Pink cookies in a plastic bag was that line. Like,
I was so confused when I saw that on TV. I was like,
14 shots. I didn't like that.
I still don't know what that means.
So what does that mean?
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Nobody
that was in the middle of his Coke era. It had to be.
Is that the backseat of my Jeep? Is that song was on that same album? Backseat of my Jeep?
It was 14 shots. So
backseat. I did like that song. Backseat of that. Nobody ever talks about that song. I did like that one.
Because it wasn't that good.
Fuck you.
Damn, those are coming in hot.
But yeah, L, man, that was the point when like L didn't even have. And we changing subjects all night, y'all. So y'all just
that's the same one.
Yeah, that was a trash ass album.
There was a time when LL didn't even have he didn't even have chorus in his songs. It was just him rapping for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah. That was that Coke vibe.
No, I'm talking about before Pink Cookies. Before Pink Cookies.
Oh no. That was
Yo, 14 shots to the dome came and went, bro.
That shit was trash, man. That shit was hot tampon.
That shit came and went.
I believe
like nobody ever mentions that.
I believe one day he's gonna do like a behind the scenes look at LL's career, and he's gonna admit that whole section of his career, Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag, Phenomenon, My Head is Like a Shark's Fin, that was just a confusing time in his life.
Hey, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Sorry, guys. You're listening or watching. Y'all can't see the chat, but look at the chat, guys.
Oh.
I'm gonna fuck him up when I see him.
Well, yeah, for y'all listening at home, Marcus is trolling. So
what a dick.
Nah, but LL's first 4, you gotta give him that. You got okay. Not only were you consistent, you was like, okay, hit. At least his first 4. After that, you're like,
yeah,
what happened, motherfucker? Like,
you didn't like lounging?
He started making movies. I think that's what happened. He started making movies, and he just kind of.
Who do you love?
I think he did.
I do like that song.
They're like,
catchy. I like that.
Hey, the chicks like doing it, so sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, he started doing like Anaconda and all these other movies, and it was like, oh, hip hop's you see hip hop suffering. You can't do both.
Yeah. That was the wrong rapper in Anaconda. Wrong rapper.
Ice Cube was in.
No, that was in.
No,
he was.
Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez were in that movie.
Hey,
yeah, so, I'm thinking of him in Deep Blue Sea because he was the cook, right? In Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're cut off, by the way.
Who?
You. Okay.
That was an awkward silence.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was about to say something. He was about to say something.
No, I don't want to say nothing. I ain't say nothing.
Okay. But anyway, we're gonna the real back into the COVID stuff. But I think you guys are right. We're not going to take any precautions. They still have concerts scheduled all the way up until like November here. And I'm pretty sure they're still going to do all the outside things that they've been doing. They still doing our outside weekend shop thing down here. So you're just going to have people getting sick, and it's going to have to start over like that.
You know, Marvel,
baseball stadiums at 100%. They're at 100% right now. So I don't.
I say it this way: if Marvel Disney doesn't pull their theater release schedule, remember they still got three other movies coming out later this year and haven't changed their schedule yet.
Yeah. Oh, and I still don't care.
But I think but I don't know if I talked to y'all about this or the person at the station, but they're judging whether or not these movie theaters are going to do anything by the next half of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Who was that was in bankruptcy?
I hope it doesn't go just to home. I am trying to watch shit at
AMC was AMC was almost in bankruptcy. So
damn, Mark.
What did he do? He keeps saying that every episode.
He's talking about last joke for real. But
he said that last
oh god.
For real, AMC was about to go into bankruptcy, and then I think
I thought it was Regal that was going
Black
to bankruptcy.
Widow.
No, AMC. That's why everybody kept investing all that money in AMC.
Right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now they got a lot of cash on hand.
Widow made what, 150 mil, somewhere around there?
Yeah, but like half of that, I think it was like 80 was theater,
and
60 was Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So if you're that close, Disney's gonna look at that and be like, I don't really need you anymore.
Don't really need to put you up here. We made 30 million charging people $30 a pop. I mean, we made 80 million charging people $30 a pop.
I still think parents are going to want to take their kids out the house to get them out the house to tire them out.
Until you realize it's $120 to do that.
At
least.
Man, but we've been doing this for 50, 60 years.
No, we've been doing that longer than that.
We've also been, keep in mind, remember, Blockbuster was a thing for, a decade or so.
Hey, Marcus, who actually saw Black Widow in here? Anybody?
I saw it.
I haven't seen it yet, surprisingly.
I saw it.
He asking y'all, is it good? Like, is it good to see?
He doesn't watch movies anyway. Why is he asking?
He's asking for a friend.
Okay.
God damn it, Sosa.
Fuck you and your friend.
It was not.
Aren't we his friends?
It was good.
But he's not asking for y'all.
Good. Oh, it was good, but it was not go to the movies and see it good.
But it wasn't paid $30 for fucking Disney Plus good either.
Again, let's keep in mind though, it's like if you go to a movie theater, 2 people, that's pretty much going to be $30 for most of us.
Unless you got the
you going to about $20 for some change.
But all right, if you calculate all of your costs together, like gas, concessions, straight ticket, yeah, you're right.
I'll do concessions.
Yeah, but well, damn it, Nick. Nick got his overcoat on when he goes in the theater.
He got his arms spread out like this. Hey, everybody, got a whole stuff.
But I get what you're saying, though, Rich. Though,
yeah, I would say this. This is the thing, and I haven't seen this movie yet, so anything I say is completely speculative. But what I would say is that this kind of reminds me of Solo, a Star Wars story. Like, why would you release?
After he died.
Yeah, it's like, why would you release a movie about a character when you know where the character's story ends?
I agree.
I thought you were talking about the Mario Van Peebles movie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you don't want to know. So let me say this about Black Widow. It answers and Marcus doesn't. It answers questions.
Sure.
Which I know a few of us don't like prequels. I love prequels.
Okay.
Or I love stories that spin off and tell stories of the main universe.
Yeah.
I'm good. But
yeah,
I'm always gonna go to the movies to get the full experience, though.
I'm with you, like 100%. I am with you because I'm an audiophile, videophile as well. But
thank you.
But the thing you have to remember is over time, think about how a lot of people are starting to consume content. They do it on their phone. And that, this is I think there is a cheapening of the art that is to be said here.
That's my problem with that. People spend so much time to do stuff, and now it's just
it's like, you had someone use some of the best technology to mix sound, and then you're going to listen to it on the shittiest speakers possible.
Oh my God! Like, are you watching that shit for the first time on your phone?
Right,
you fucking loser.
That what bothers me when people say I didn't like it. Well, okay, where you went and saw it? Oh, I was watching on my laptop.
What the fuck, man?
That's half the experience.
Right. Yeah, man.
I'm with you. I understand, Nikki. I agree with you 100%. But I just think it was a bad send off for Natasha. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, don't spoil the movie yet. Now, don't spoil the movie.
But real quick,
Rich, don't read that.
Yeah, I didn't read. I kept my eyes like Raiders of the Lost Ark. I just kept my eyes.
I didn't want to read it.
But real quick, an example like A Quiet Place 2. I actually went and saw that in theaters.
What'd you think?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very good. I think that was one of the few sequels that lived up to his name and could have been better than the first, in my opinion.
But you think you would have gotten the same experience?
Not at all. Not at all.
Exactly.
I would have had to have a 5.1 Dolby Atmos to even come close to hear the little sounds. It's like, oh shit, are they coming? Oh, this little sound over here, was that a little monk? Like, no, but you couldn't catch it with your TV speakers or just a soundbar.
See, I got that. So that's for me, it's kind of like, sure.
But you got to think about it.
Just for most people, you're right.
99% don't.
I was gonna say
they got tin cans. They got the AirPods. That's all they got.
They got AirPods, a sound bar, and on a good day.
I have a sound bar, but the sound bar cannot duplicate.
It's not. No.
Nope.
And I'm all about Sonos. Sonos ain't gonna duplicate that shit.
So, yeah,
wired will forever be wireless. Period.
So if I was to come to you guys, because y'all know sound bars and sound systems, and say I want something as close to movie theater quality as possible, like what would y'all tell me without confusing me?
First, how much money you got?
You ain't lying, because I could. It could get good. It could get expensive.
Because you might be buying a car.
Because your amp is going to cost you at least it's going to be 4 figures in my opinion. If you want to be like that. Your amp is going to be 4 figures. About
anything that's in store, you're going to have to get that ordered.
To the store.
Sir.
They don't keep that shit in the warehouse because that's too expensive.
It's taking up space.
And the thing to understand, you need a space for the sound to reverberate too. So even if you have this at a certain house, you gotta be in a room that could actually make the sound good.
Talking about $125.
Nigga.
He's getting that.
You can't even get, dude, right now you can't even get AirPods. You need $5 more.
I was about to say
what about an Element? The Element soundbar.
He said 4 figures, not 3 figures plus 2 cents.
He can get the Insignia soundbar.
Oh yeah.
At holiday time, it's like $79.99.
Start smelling wires when you run that shit too hard. Man, that burning. I smell smoke.
No, but for Brian, you can get away with something for about 2. Well,
about $2,000.
You can get away with something that sounds good. I mean, but if you want something to rival the theater inside of your house, of course, for your space, you're going to still spend at least about 3 and higher.
I was going to say 5.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'd probably tell you to get some Martin Logan speakers.
Wow.
And people probably like, what is this? This is a knockoff?
Martin Logan. That's like the Rolls Royce of speakers.
But you know what I'm saying? But people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, when you hit the lottery, Brian, come talk to one of us 3, and then for your home theater, we'll point you in the right direction.
And don't go to those. Don't go to your builder. The builder going to put some bullshit proprietary shit in your house.
Yeah, I did see something interesting. I was watching this guy talk today. He was doing an interview. He's worth like $2.5 billion, and he rents his home.
I ain't mad at that.
He doesn't own his house. He said owning a home for him doesn't make sense because you change homes as quick as you change your mind. So he can
do that though.
Yeah.
He can do that.
What's up, Rob?
What did he say?
There we go.
Damn it.
Hey, why does
Rob,
he got
Purple Rain,
the
Rob.
Braves icon with Jordan's face on it?
What's that?
What?
Look at his Facebook profile pic.
Because that's the face you make after you lose the best player you got to ACL tear.
Yeah.
He said ban him.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But yeah, the guy said it makes sense to him because it doesn't make it the way people change homes and the way people move every 5 or 6 years. It doesn't make sense for him to buy a home. He said he can get one. But he doesn't see the point.
Yeah. For him, it makes sense, but some people buy their starter home, and they in that motherfucker for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just what it is. We're not 2.5 billion ahead.
I do see a lot of people instead of renting or buying homes, they're and this is the younger generation. They're actually like buying buses and hollowing them out and turning them into homes and living in those and just driving around.
I have seen that.
That's not bad.
Well, it seems to be a growing thing now because you don't have to pay taxes or anything like that on it. You just
you don't have to pay taxes yet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, until they figure it
out.
They're
gonna fix that. Oh, they're gonna fix that.
Why do you think weed became a thing? It's like, we can tax that shit.
Right. Yeah, you beat me to it right there, Rich.
No, and this is why we keep flipping subjects, but that's why we will never earn.
We already introduced tonight as a random night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a random night. But as far as weed goes, the stocks for weed will never go up because everybody can grow it.
You're right.
There's no centralized place that you're getting it, so you can't tell how much you're selling or anything like that. So don't invest in weed, people. Don't,
unless you get unless it's like a brand, not a brand. But you know what I mean.
Might as well get a single wide Imperial. Wow.
I mean,
is that where you going, Marcus?
I might as well put a burning cross in my yard to stop them from doing it too.
whoa,
to beat them to it.
Jesus, is peeling that bad? I don't think I spent too much time.
I don't know, but I've heard stories, but not in a long time. I don't know if it's the same.
I heard it used to be, but there's a bunch of Mexicans there, so I'm sure that's changed.
That's why you got to say that, and we can't.
That's right.
Let that one real quiet when you said that. Nobody has anything to add to that.
I ain't adding nothing positive, negative.
We're gonna let the space clear that one out.
So we all just kind of give you a half smile and a nod, like, yep.
Like the bubble when you say nigga around a white person, they can't say nothing, they can't smile, they can't frown. They do
the same thing. Half smile and a nod. Yep.
Don't do it.
It's like that this nobody get flagged.
Did I see a smirk? Did I see a smirk? You fix your face.
Hey, no, Marcus, because when we registered this show a long time ago, we clicked the little box for explicit content. We're good. We're good.
Cover the asses. CYA. But anyway, I know a lot of people have been watching things that have been going on. Big thing right now is watching people of other races lose their shit when somebody of another race does something that they don't like, and then they just like go fucking nuts. I don't know if anybody that's in here, as far as the chat goes, that has seen the Victoria's Secret.
That dumb bitch.
Victoria's Secret Karen situation.
Yeah, the fiasco in Victoria's Secret. Apparently, something happened with a woman of color, and what's up,
she went to
Milo?
Boston free underwear.
Milo up in here.
Oh yeah, the black lady had a coupon for. Yeah, the black lady had a coupon for free draws.
Wait, that's what it was about. Yep.
Well, I don't know if that specifically what it was
what
about.
she was there for to do.
Yeah, that's what she was there for. She was there to get her free panties, and she showed the coupon to the camera. But something happened between her and one of the women that worked there. The lady, when the video started, she was working. She worked there.
Oh, she's not wearing that anymore.
I thought she was a customer.
Oh, I thought she was just a dumbass customer.
I thought she was a customer. Yeah, because I don't think she was wearing all black.
Because she was like on the outside the counter.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would think because they always wear all black. That's the only reason why I was thinking she's
this
not.
bitch had a full blown.
Well, she first tried to run up on the lady, but then she found she was being recorded and she stopped.
Oh, he said no, she was a customer. Okay, she was a customer.
Okay.
Yeah. So when the video started, you saw the lady lunge at the black lady, and then when she realized the camera was on, boy, that acting started quick, like Academy Award, Oscar shit.
Kevin Hart style.
Yeah, so that went on. Of course, there was a lot that happened after that video. The lady showed her interaction with the police and how they didn't do anything, and we're down to the police station and how the police still didn't do anything. So now, I don't know what's going to happen now. But she was trying to get sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but just like anything else has been happening, bitch, you've been on video. Everybody know who you are.
Right.
And then she tried to chase her too later on.
Oh, what? It's a fucking rap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she chased her around the store. Yelling, get her phone. Yelling, get her phone. Get her phone. Get her phone.
Get her phone.
But making it seem like the lady's doing something to her while she's still chasing her.
Correct.
Like,
So
she's like saying, "Get away from me!" I think, "Get away from me!" while she's chasing the lady.
Now, if she wasn't filming, that shit would have went left.
Very quickly.
You know that.
And the thing is, one of the things that I did notice, nobody came to the black woman's aid. They were all trying to tell her to leave the white lady alone. Yeah, so it was kind of like, can you just leave, or can you just stop filming her?
Yeah. Why does she need to leave?
Yeah.
She's the one. She's she's responding to a physical threat.
No.
Like, why
they don't. No, you just got to be like, you know what? Y'all love fucking having each other's back.
I love when you said that. So sorry.
What you say? Okay, so somebody set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What she didn't go? I get
be paid.
all right, yeah, and I hope I didn't sound insensitive because I certainly do. There was a trauma associated with that, but what is she getting paid for? Is it like
I don't think she should get paid by me. She need to get paid by her.
company.
Yeah, not us.
Victoria's Secret or whatever. Yeah, because I mean,
or the mall because the security didn't do shit.
Correct. Like in that sense, sure. Or if there's like some legal fees that are associated with this, right? But
that is now the automatic reaction to something bad happening to anybody.
Right.
It's, oh, you got hurt? GoFundMe. Oh, you got your feelings hurt? GoFundMe. But now it's to the point where you're giving people money and you set up these GoFundMes for. Oh, okay. See, she can't afford a lawyer.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. All right. Yeah, if she's got legal fees. That makes perfect sense.
Why y'all so expensive, Nick? You should have said I'll do this shit pro bono.
What's that?
Man, you don't know what pro bono.
What's that?
Hey, Nick can't spell pro bono.
Don't speak that language.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir? I got a kids.
Kids, yeah.
Did you say I got a kids?
GoFundMe is the biggest scam since mission trips. Jesus Christ.
It's easy though. I mean, it's so easy to set one up and just have people give you shit. And it's
better than standing on the corner asking for money.
You got far better reach, you know.
So yeah, that's what's going on with that, and we're all kind of just waiting to see what happens.
Nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so because now maybe I'm not a genius here on this subject, but I don't think any lawyer is gonna really. I mean, well, we did have election lawyers do the Trump thing, so never mind. I recant that statement.
I mean, anything's possible, but
right?
Yeah, they want to just to prove damages.
Marcus is an idiot.
Is that true? Is that true, Nick? Calling the bar association.
Well, it is.
Oh,
yeah. So just remember that part of it, and then you're good.
That part.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, you had something about Stephen A. Go ahead.
Stephen A.
Bitch ass, pussy ass
is an ass hat, bitch ass coon. Yes, coon is the word.
Spook.
Y'all don't like this man, clearly.
I never did, but he confirmed it like for everybody this week.
Nick,
what
did you call this man a spook?
Oh my god, I didn't hear that.
All right, what's the pitcher / batter name that plays for Angels? Otani.
A beast. Did y'all see the video when he knocked the ball through the ceiling I showed y'all last night?
Good lord, man.
Yeah,
No, that was him.
No, I didn't see that.
I missed
That
that
was
one.
Otani.
So all y'all looking like, huh, Brian?
God damn it, Brian.
I'm kidding. I never looked to see who it was.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. That was him. I was thinking about another video. I'm sorry, Brian.
No, I never knew who it was. I
missed the video.
And erected. I'm sorry. That was.
But Otani is someone who is recently came to major leagues from Japan, who is a pitcher, but also bats pretty much virtually better than everybody in the major leagues. He's a two-way player, if you would call it.
Wait,
so
pause.
What?
That wasn't a pause. That actually is a term in baseball.
Whatever, man.
He's like, it don't matter. You can still pause it.
But Stephen A. goes to say, how can Otani be the face of baseball since he has to have a translator and can't speak English?
Can I?
Yeah, before we talk about the Nigerian thing, he says, yes.
Let me just point out one thing. For over a decade, Seattle's best player needed a translator.
Ichiro! We just forgot about that. That bothered me so much.
Go ahead.
And Ichiro is one of my favorite players. Didn't bother me.
To correct one thing on that,
yeah,
he does speak English. he chooses to use a translator so everybody can understand the actual point he's trying to make.
But I'm just saying.
Just so you understand exactly what I'm trying to say. I can speak English, but I want to convey my thoughts clearly. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's disappointing to see like black folk us make it to a certain point in sports or entertainment or anything, and then start doing the same ignorant shit white folk been doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to say
not all of them, but
he's been doing it.
But yeah,
he's got history.
But that was dumb.
And his bullshit apology? Izzo, talk about his bullshit apology.
Which one?
Which one? Evidently, he gave one on the show, and then he mentioned the Nigerian thing. And real quick, the Nigerian thing is, of course, the U.S. team in their prelims, because they're playing 5 prelim games. In the first prelim game, they lost to Nigeria by like 2 or 3 points. Nothing like substantial. So he goes on bashing Team USA, but kind of disses Nigeria by saying he starts to try to pronounce the name. He's like, oh, I can't even pronounce the name. He got beat by somebody named this. And I'm like, fam, you're black.
Yeah.
You can't say that. Like, we got beat. Why is there a need to clown the names of somebody else? It didn't matter if they were fucking Greek and we couldn't pronounce the last name. Why would you do that? I don't get it. But my problem is that go ahead. No, my big issue is that like the Asian thing took a precedence way over the black thing. One shouldn't be deeper than the other. It's just it kind of like, oh, hey, you offended the blacks too. The next day he addressed the Nigerian shit. So it's kind of like I understand why the Asian thing was like kind of right there with the Asian hate, and honestly how right now American media is trying to cater to Asia a lot more because they see it's a lot of people there and it's a lot of money they're gonna get, to where I kind of feel like they pander to them a lot and they're like, yeah, fuck y'all niggas, y'all be okay. That's just my
pretty much.
Yeah.
You're not lying, because I mean even to the point you think about how movies are distributed today. I mean the Asian box office, just because it's simply a numbers game, and this is just the reality of it. You know, their economy is positioned in such a way to where they can, you know, marketing to them adds a significant portion to your profit share.
Absolutely.
And that's really all that it is. So yeah, to your point is though, the fact that they want to squash that issue first, it's a numbers game, because they're like, if they lose ad revenue in Asian countries, then that significantly reduces their return. They ain't trying to have that.
Can I say 2 things and I'll shut up?
Yes.
So for the Asian apology, he said, as an African American, yada yada, I've dealt with the stereotypes, and I perpetuated with the Asians.
Yeah, he perpetuates a stereotype loud and strong.
So let me add one quick thing first. Before he even did the apology, he doubled down twice.
He doubled down twice.
Video, then a tweet. Then he finally, he said like an hour later, then he finally does an apology. Go ahead.
Massa came and tapped him on the shoulder. Hey, I'm gonna need you to run that back.
Go ahead, Sosa, now.
So, as African American male, yada yada, I'm against stereotypes. He apologized to the Asians, but then literally like 3 hours later, he says bullshit about the Nigerians as African American male who's against stereotypes. What the fuck, motherfucker? 2, if I didn't know what color he was, what race he was, I would think this is a white motherfucker talking on.
You're absolutely right, and that's disappointing.
For both issues, I would think, and all he did was give them talking points. Yeah, Mike Trout was our best player for 10 years. Why is this Asian motherfucker all of a sudden the face of our franchise? Here we go.
That's very good points.
Man,
Mike Trout is white, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Chinese, Asian. Just in case people are stupid in our audience. That's
shit.
Damn.
He said,
"Y'all all 5 of the people that listen to our show."
I mean,
I was actually talking to Marcus, but
at the end of the day, we'd all know that
I didn't want to single anybody out.
Since ESPN is part of Disney, we know Thanos was probably sitting there waiting to snap his fingers.
Give me that phone call. Yeah, right.
Yeah. But we know, and he can get away with things saying things about Nigeria because, like I said, it's a numbers game. It is money. But what they're not paying attention to is that month by month goes by and Africa starts getting more control of their own resources and starts building their own economy back up. Now watch these apologies start rolling back out when we have to turn to them for resources and gold and oil and all that shit.
Right.
So it's gonna happen.
It's just unfortunate that common decency isn't just the metric to kind of just run by.
Right.
Instead,
it's money. It's money. It's not common decency.
Yeah, it's like the reason why companies or any entity that has a profit margin that is based on public opinion does the things they do is simply because they know, like, well, if we do this, our earnings statement is going to take a hit. We can't do that right now. So all I need you to do is just say a couple of words, shut the hell up for a week, and then we'll be about our business. But then he goes ahead and does that too. So, you just kind of have to wonder, like, how long is it going to be before Disney is like, you know what? Yeah, we don't need your hairline anymore.
He knows we have a short attention span anyway. Like, he could have gave a couple of days to do it, and we'd have forgot about what he did with Otani. Otani.
But and he said this in the middle of, I don't want to say Izzo can probably be clear. In the middle of probably a contract war between ESPN and Maria Taylor. Like,
thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you got your $8 million, but you're gonna make them stupid ass executives think twice about giving her $5 million.
Yeah.
Because they're not looking at gender, they're looking at race at this point.
They, like we said, she about to get alley-oop to NBC because they fumble everything when it comes to black people. They fumble everything, and they just throwing away great talent. Like Dan Le Batard, they let Dan Le Batard leave. Dan Le Batard is flourishing right now, doing online only right now.
Hey, I got a question, Izzo. God bless the dead. If Stuart
Scott,
where do you think he would be right now?
I think he'd still be there. I think pretty much like they know good and well.
Stephen A. wouldn't have a place, is what you're saying.
I don't think Stephen A. probably would be as popular, but of course, he probably would. I think Stewart probably would have got more things to do on ESPN. He wouldn't be in that role, but I don't think they would do that dog and pony bullshit that they're doing on First Take as much. But Stewart was still about journalism and about that stuff first.
He wasn't. He didn't have that. He didn't have that personality that y'all talk about with Stephen A.
No.
I was just. That was just.
And Stuart Scott had rapport with a lot of athletes and things like that. Stephen A. act like he does, but I don't hear nobody really saying they fuck with Stephen A. like that.
I don't see nobody inviting Stephen A. over to watch the Super Bowl.
No.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't invite
Stephen
people forget. I mean, Stuart Scott was cool with Michael, but of course Stuart Scott went to UNC too.
Yeah. It's just Stephen A. Just I don't know.
He's too loud. He's too chirpy. He says stuff where he polarizes stuff. I don't think people really fuck with him like that.
No.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Yep. And I agree with Nick. He's a spook.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
What was the word again? Spook.
I never liked them. I don't like black men who are just loud for no reason. It just feeds into a stereotype. My thing is, you could be loud and be correct, but he just be loud and wrong.
Yeah, but
all the time.
And I just don't like him being the spokesperson. Spook. I said it. I don't like him being the spokesperson for black people.
Thank you.
Hey,
that would bother me.
That's
SPOOK.
Yeah, like, why do they put? I don't want to say they picked the wrong ones. They just picked the ones that reflect their
view of us. Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
I knew where you were going.
The one dude who was on Fox that says CRT is fake. The black dude.
Oh, critical race theory. I was like, CRT. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was TVs.
I was like, cathode ray tube?
I just threw one out last week.
As far as the people I've been talking to about CRT, the term has never been used in grade school. So I really don't know why people are saying that.
The concept hasn't it?
They're not teaching that in elementary school. They're not teaching that in elementary school.
Nah, not really. I honestly had to learn a lot of shit on my own.
Well, yeah. But that's but I think that
because I was thirsty for knowledge. Once I learned what slavery was, I had to find out on my own because I felt like they were skipping over something.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that as a kid.
I got sent to the office.
They didn't talk about the triangle trade. They didn't talk about the triangle trade in fucking grammar school. They barely touched it in high school. You had to figure that out on your own. So
I want to hear about Brian getting sent to the office.
Oh yeah, I got sent to the office in middle school for writing about slavery, and I called the early pilgrims lazy pigs because they didn't want to do their own work.
See, like that was almost LaForge worthy, but it's like I understand.
For the people listening at home, Brian was woke at 8.
Brian, revolutionary.
They were not lazy. Go to the office. I mean, it was lazy.
Oh, yeah, the fuck they were. Who the fuck taught them how to do fucking tobacco? Native Americans. Lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, but. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Any shotgun topics?
Oh, damn, we're already at shotgun topics.
Yeah, we're at 51.
Let me just has everyone seen Loki?
Yes.
No. Y'all can talk about it. I don't.
I mean, were y'all satisfied with the finale?
All right.
Man.
So
go ahead, John.
Right.
Go ahead.
So this is the thing with Loki, right? I was not surprised. So here's the thing. I was not surprised at all. Like it did exactly everything that I knew it was going to do.
Yeah.
So like even now the only surprise is the He Who Remains. I don't want to spoil that for anybody. That was the only surprise, and it's just because I was like, oh, this makes sense because casting news. It's like, but I didn't expect to see him in.
Told me about.
I didn't expect to see him in the show. I knew he was coming, but didn't expect to see him in the show. And
I love this cast. I love that they pick these people, these amazing actors from other shows to be in this show to be a Marvel character. Like they didn't go a full star-studded shit. So where you see the same people in every movie.
I love agree. It. So and that's going to be the interesting thing, right? Because now we are in the age of all right. So we know so out of all of the original Avengers, right? Mm-hmm. Hawkeye is done, but you have another Hawkeye with the TV series coming, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're going to do with Hulk, but he'll probably be around in cases.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Yeah. So you have Iron Heart, but you also have War Machine still around because he's got the Armor War show.
Oh yeah.
Then you have a new Captain America, and then really the only Avenger that's still around is Thor. No, and he's gonna be Jack in this next movie.
I know. I just wanted to say that.
So now we're gonna get to see like if Marvel is putting things through their paces, because I think I even said this in the chat the other night. I was like, Marvel right now is the GOAT franchise.
Oh yeah,
easy. Because think about this, right? We were talking about Marvel has had 23 movies and 3 television shows, and to be honest with you, to say any of it is bad, you might, and I'm going to say even bad, I would say not great. You might be able to list 4 things.
Maybe, out of all of them. None of them are bad.
None of them are bad.
None of them are bad.
They're not.
But they might not. It really doesn't. They just really don't contribute
Yeah,
to the
right.
main theme.
There
of
you go.
Marvel. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it did exactly what I thought, which is set up the What If series, and it sets up Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That was so fucking brilliant. For this,
Yeah.
that series, it had to exist in order for us to have this whole entire phase of Marvel movies. Like the Loki series had to happen.
Y'all are tap dancing.
What?
Y'all are tap dancing.
Whoa, that's racist, though, son.
No, listen.
I'm kidding.
So it's like, go ahead.
I'm kidding.
Did you call me a spook?
Spoiler alert. Just log off. God damn it. So Jonathan Majors and me and Chiquita were watching.
Is that dude off Lovecraft Country?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I recognize that.
But he was also in White Boy Rick. He was also in White Boy Rick.
Yeah, and he was in that movie with the Spike Lee movie. He was the son, remember? That was on Netflix. What's the movie?
Gotta have it.
No.
The Five Bloods.
There you go, Rich.
Well, I
haven't seen it yet, but
I gotta watch that.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
So Jonathan Majors, who's Paperboy in ATL? His name. What's his name?
Brian Tyree Henry.
We're talking about somebody on that level who's
he's getting it right now.
Who's a trained actor, not just some bullshit. He's a trained actor who can flip it and be a hood dude, can be a 1940s dude, can be whatever you need him to be. He went from, because He Who Remains was laid back, he was chilling, he was talking shit, he was fun, he was having fun with being a dictator, whatever. But Kang the Conqueror is not that guy.
Right.
Kang the Conqueror is an intense motherfucker. So you're gonna go from that dude to I said, Chiquita, this is gonna show how great an actor this dude actually is. I'm excited for whatever happens in season 2 and I think he's on Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
And I got a talented person. Like
I got a theory on that one thing because I'm all right. Brian, go ahead and say what you're gonna say because then I want to get into.
I'm sorry, Brian.
No.
Oh no! You're good. I said what I was gonna say. Go ahead, continue.
All right, so
I think Izzo wanted to say something.
I have no clue what y'all talking about.
So here's the thing. I know this is gonna sound strange, but I don't think Kang the Conqueror is going to be the ultimate villain like Thanos.
No. He's going to be mid-tier like Loki was in.
There you go.
He's going to be like Loki. Yeah. But he's still going to be intense.
He's going to be intense, but I think he's going to kind of be like Loki. He's going to be this phase's Loki in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? I think the ultimate villain is going to be Dr. Doom.
I think that too. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
And what gives you that idea?
All right, so here's what I think.
Yes,
because you got you basically the show is set up the multiverse concept, right?
Yeah.
Back in 2015, there was a comic story arc called Secret Wars, which is where all of the universes collide with one another, and Dr. Doom is the head of all of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is why, because people thinking that he's going to be like Kang's going to be the ultimate bad guy. And I'm like, nah. I think the way that this is going, Doom's going to be it because Fantastic Four comes out in like 2023. Yeah, that's what they're saying. 2022, 2024. So I think Dr. Doom ultimately is going to be this phase's Thanos, this saga's Thanos. Right?
Yes.
Can you? When was it 2019 when Endgame came out?
Yes, it's 2019.
So 11 years for the fucking Infinity War saga. So I got to stay alive another 11 years. Fucked up, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got a while.
We got
here,
a
man.
reason
So,
to
yeah.
live.
Tired, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Was
yeah,
you
gonna have
planning on dying soon?
No,
But he's like,
I mean-
I gotta see this all out. I was here from the
right, come
beginning.
on, give me- you gotta
So's on
hurry
his
up, man.
deathbed. So's on his deathbed. Let me go after I see the movie.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying, man. God damn, man, I'm tired. All right, I'll stick around.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, what Nikki said, what if looks amazing? I'm still not all the way on. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna
Oh,
watch.
I got something else for that too. I got a thought.
Go ahead.
Or what if series, right? I honestly think this is the way. What if is going to be the way that it removes T'Challa as Black Panther, and it's going to probably set up the new Black Panther. And I think Killmonger is going to come through that way.
But how the fuck did Killmonger find? Well, I mean, of course we have to watch the series, but Killmonger found Tony Stark's
Right in the
trailer.
Yeah, it's in the trailer for the What If series. So it's a what if scenario, basically, right? It's like if there was a similar to how Loki sets up their branch realities of something like what if Thor was killed by Loki? What if that's basically the whole premise of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the one time where something weird's gonna happen, and then Killmonger's gonna step out of wherever he is and then be put into the prime timeline, if you will.
Yeah,
and that's fine, but. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't an evil Killmonger. It was just a hero Killmonger.
That's exactly why I think. Because once I saw that clip, I'm like, yeah, they're going to set him up as the next Black Panther.
Yeah. This is the whole thing right now. Marvel, like you said, godlike. Like all the shit that they can do right now is fucking amazing. Of course, they're going to stick to the comics. But the shit that they can do is fucking
to
amazing,
a point. To a point.
Trivia question that I don't know. So Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Damn, was that long ago?
That was the start of the MCU.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
When did they plan that? Like, when did they plan? This is phase 1, phase 2, phase. 4 or 5.
Yeah. So I think is
That's right. Nikki's right. Yep.
Yeah, I think they have. So they kind of started planning Iron Man in 2005. Now, here's the thing about it, right? What happened is when Marvel realized that Blade was able to make money, that's when they said we're going to stop selling all of our rights. And then they said, well, who do we have left? Because all the X-Men were with Fox.
Yeah.
All the Spider-Man was with Sony. So they said, who do we got left? And they said we got Iron Man, Cap, Hulk, and Thor. So it's like, okay, well, yeah. So we have the Avengers team. They said the agreement with Universal was a little like they crafted that one just in case a certain way. Like Hulk could be used, but he can't be he can't have a solo movie up to a certain point. Is basically how it comes down. All right. So when they did that, Iron Man was the one they put out because they said Iron Man was able to have the most risk averse in the sense that it's like if it sucked, it's like, well, no one really knows who Iron Man is anyway. Because remember, Iron Man was a B-tier superhero at the time. Yeah, now he's what people have found to be important because of Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal.
Thank
so
God for rehab.
Right. So because of that, then they were like, okay, we're going to bring this together. Now, let's be honest. Phase 2 is probably the weakest phase in the MCU, with the exception.
It just kept us saying everybody's name until they could get to the good shit.
It's 50-50 for me.
I would say, I would say weakest, but I'm not saying it was bad because Iron Man 2 is technically in phase 1, technically. But but in phase 2, you had Thor: The Dark World. I think the first Ant-Man movie.
It's still introducing
Age of Galaxy. Right. So Guardians was in there, and what was the name? Not Falcon Winter Soldier, but Captain America: The Winter Soldier was in that phase, right? So that was in the Incredible Hulk.
She's right
with Nikki. Yep. So they Marvel knew what they were doing coming in. Now this is what I will say. Do I think that Marvel knew that the end of the end of all of this was going to lead the way that it was going to? Absolutely not. I think it was probably over time they figured it out and like, okay, we got the formula right. Because when they get to phase 3, all that shit hits. Like there is not a single movie that I would say everything in phase 3 is honestly good. The weakest movie in that whole set was probably Ant-Man and the Wasp. But everything else, I would say,
and that wasn't that bad either. So
correct. It's like it's pretty much like I watched. I was like, I was entertained for 2 hours, cool. And then you just
if they had picked anybody else to play Ant-Man, then it would have been trash.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
He carried the role.
I didn't love Doctor Strange. I liked it visually, but the movie itself, I wasn't a fan of.
No, but it still set something up.
No. I'm sorry, Rich. Rich, that was not no.
Rich, I'm sorry. I gotta stick with Nick. Like I like watching. I'll watch the whole movie, but once he wrecks that Lamborghini, I'm like, all right, like.
Again, visually, it was
I
great.
Watched it, but like I love his lifestyle in between that. But
I have not watched it again. I've not watched it again.
Really?
Yeah. Nope.
And I love.
I said this the other day. I think I told Izzo this. I hadn't watched Endgame for a second time.
Oh yeah, we both said that shit too long.
Yeah, I will say that. Like I've watched parts of Endgame. but not. Well, no, I have seen it twice because I saw it when it came out, and then I saw it the second time they put it in the theaters. That was the only. But that's the.
I get anxious sitting down that damn long.
I've watched it. Like I said, I watched that twice, but Strange can't do it.
That's why you're not gonna watch it in the theater anymore. You can get up and use the bathroom whenever you want.
Right.
Nope. Still a lot of time to donate for my day. I'm cool.
I mean, rub one out, wake up, and watch it again. What the fuck, man?
All right, now we know what Sosa does. Because I don't know how that goes into watching.
Anyway,
hey, whenever we go to Sosa's house, you say, "Hey, I'm about to watch this again." You be like, "Oh, dog, you just
sit right here, sit right here."
Did you wash your hands?
I did not. Hey, so my father wants to watch. He wants to know what the hype about the MCU is.
Ooh, so I know what question you're about to ask.
So I want to sit him down because I've been watching. I've been buying on iTunes the movies in order, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I got to start with Captain America, the first one, then Captain Marvel, and Iron Man, blah 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 blah. Yes, Nikki, I'm the only one that is. By the way,
no, not at all.
Why are you doing this? Yeah.
I am not either.
Wait, you know what? We'll talk about this offline. Yes,
you would have to. No one cares.
I don't know what the fuck Richard's problem is. Nick's problem is. Izzo don't care about nothing but whatever. Brian's drunk. I'm the only one.
Sports, women, and whiskey. There you go. And
It's a pointless movie.
Why?
It's a
Why are
pointless
you guys
movie.
not, like? I understand you Snake Eyes meet Storm Shadow as kids, but they're adults now. But it's a reboot. It's a reboot of a fucked up franchise already. They brought in Globulus in 1886. Who the fuck cares about Globulus? Who the fuck is Globulus?
Dude.
Nobody.
If this was the first G.I. Joe attempt, I'd be like, oh, this might be cool, but like, they done did this. And the reboot ain't gonna be much better.
Do it though, Brian. That's what I'm saying. They really didn't. Like,
I felt like this came out.
Sosa's frustrated. I hear it in his voice.
because
y'all are idiots.
Brian's actually the one that brought it to my attention. The guy who's playing Snake Eyes is from a TV show called Kim's
Convenience.
Kim's Convenience.
Oh, that Canadian show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently that shit is funny. I saw some clips on YouTube. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Hilarious.
That motherfucker's hilarious.
Canada got some sneak shows.
And who the fuck doesn't want to watch Snake Eyes? Like, come on, man.
It's you said it this.
That's why you two were fucking.
You said it this way. You said who's not excited? Like, will
like,
I watch it? Sure,
No,
but it's not. But it's not. But it's not one of those things. Like I'm like. It's kind of like how, unfortunately, how I feel about Black Widow. It's like, oh, this is a movie that's coming out. I will see it at some point. And that's kind of where. That's honestly kind of where I'm at. But see, I think to y'all's point. To y'all's point, the thing that deals with this, right, when you're talking about these movies and franchises being rebooted, it reminds me of how the public treated the Bumblebee movie when you had like 5 Transformer movies before that, and the last one was the 5th Transformers movie is by far one of the worst movies I've ever watched. And
now I understand you, Rich.
Right, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they beat you like I beat Tina. I get it.
And that was like the last night thing, right? With
the last night. The last night was that was the first movie I actually like because my wife came with me to see that movie, and I remember in the theater when the credits rolled, I looked over to her and said, "I am so sorry, I had to put you through that." Like, and that movie was amazing. That movie was bad.
People are exhausted with the Transformers thing, and I think people were exhausted with the G.I. Joe thing too. But now you're telling me now you're going to tell me we're starting all the way from the beginning, and we're going to do all these Transformers movies over again.
Dude, you can't say you're exhausted with G.I. Joe. Transformers had 6 movies, and it was all trash.
But I'm saying,
not all now, but yeah, that last one, like.
Actually, so you're right. You pretty much all were trash.
Come on, Rick.
That's y'all first one.
Rich, they can't hurt you no more. You can say it.
Yeah. I
will say, like, out of all 5 movies, the first one legitimately is good. The second one had colorful scenes, but that was
devastated,
about it.
Rich. Devastated.
I was going to say colorful scenes. That was it. The third movie, I will be honest. The third movie, honestly, it's like the second half of that movie. It's kind of how I feel about Rogue One. First half trash, second half was actually all right.
You only like 30 seconds of Rogue One.
Yeah. No, I mean, actually, I like the second half of Rogue One. Like I always explain to people, first half's trash, second half is good, the last 2 minutes is awesome, right? But and then the fourth movie was like the concept of what you thought things were going to be was there, but the movie wasn't all that great. And 5 was just utter garbage. And then you had Bumblebee, and it's like this movie actually has trying to do something, but people were exhausted by that point.
Right, I get it.
So, and now you want us to still be invested in an entirely new Transformers franchise.
Correct. And that's not, and for most people that don't see that's not gonna work.
Right, that's exhausting. After 6 movies plus a 7th cartoon in '87 where Optimus died because he's a pussy. I get it. But,
so I'm gonna fight you for that.
What I'm saying is,
that was his Kevin Hart joke.
I gotta applaud you.
Listen,
I want to applaud you. 6 to 7 years. Wait. 6 to 7 years of knowing Rich. That's the first time I've ever heard him threaten bodily harm on anybody. I clap for you, man.
I'm just saying, G.I. Joe's 2 movies.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
The first one wasn't terrible.
I still haven't seen that movie, coincidentally.
What?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Something you haven't seen?
Don't worry about Rich. Don't worry about it.
What movie?
G.I. Joe was the first one.
Wait, Nick, you didn't like it?
Oh, I ain't seen it.
It was okay. I didn't hate it. It was okay.
Exactly.
They tried to turn Owens into an action star. First of all.
But you didn't like him in that? I thought he was all right.
It was okay.
I didn't say he was great. I didn't say he was a tough guy. I'm just saying he was all right. He did the comic relief for the movie.
I feel like this movie just kind of came out left field, Snake Eyes, and I'm just kind of different to it.
Like the iconic character from.
I agree. I like Snake Eyes, but it's just I think the other movies are just so blah, and it's been so much time's been removed. It just kind of came out left field. Right. And I'm like, oh, okay, Snake Eyes.
So
I'll watch at some point.
There you go.
So Boba Fett has literally 30 seconds of screen time in a trilogy. You guys wouldn't watch a spinoff of him? Like his
that's different. And
how?
Because all right,
guys don't talk.
Well, actually, I kind of get that because he kind of went out like a geek too in that movie.
Yeah, but
he got knocked over. And just
the difference between
exactly.
But there really isn't a whole lot of backstory provided to that character. Whereas not Snake Eyes, where G.I. Joe 1 and 2 established a universe, and the universe wasn't cool enough for me to warrant it to be rebooted. So that's whereas Star Wars is like, okay, A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, The Mandalorian. It's like, okay, well, there's interest enough here to where I could say, like, I'm kind of excited to see that. G.I. Joe doesn't have it.
I mean, honestly, that second G.I. Joe movie is kind of a soft reboot if you think about it.
That's that's my understanding.
They changed the entire cast.
Yeah. Pretty much. If they didn't change you, they killed you off.
I don't know if this is insensitive. I feel like this is insensitive to the wrong crowd, but the characters, I don't know if that's the right thing to say. Oh, the right way to say it. They look more.
The views that Sosa's about to say do not reflect the company podcast.
No, thanks, counselor. No, I think
we need more. I think we need more spooks.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. We definitely need more cowbell. I don't know. I'm excited about the Snake Eyes. It's just I thought you guys were
cool. We're not cool.
So y'all are just a bunch of asses, man.
So what I'm saying, so okay, I understand that
nerd.
When Bumblebee came out, Rich was like, you know what? I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'll give it a chance, but I'm not excited.
Right, and that's kind of where I'm at with this.
Right, yeah. But G.I. Joe didn't hurt you like Transformers did.
But here's the thing. But that's, I guess, Sosa, to that point, I have a much deeper connection with the Transformers franchise than I do with G.I. Joe.
I'll say this too, Sosa. I think for me, since Transformers hurt me so many times, I don't want to give a movie that many chances to hurt my feelings.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
But again, I'm going to see Snake Eyes because again,
right.
I didn't see Bumblebee in theaters. I finally saw it.
I saw it in theaters. I was okay with it, but I thought there was going to be a good. I'm not fucking with Suicide Squad right now. It's going to be great.
The new one. Yeah.
It does got James Gunn. I give it that.
I'm going to give. Of course, I'm going to give it a chance. Am I excited? I don't know.
HBO Max.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am too. It's like
it can't be worse than the first movie. That first movie was garbage.
Man,
the only thing good about that movie was the music.
It's the ending when it ended.
The music. I think the music was actually good in that movie. That's the only thing that it had going for it.
So since we're on the topic, so we know MCU's the GOAT.
Yes.
Where do Brian, Nick, and Rich, since Izzo's on another planet? Where do you guys?
I don't know what this stuff.
Where do you guys rate the other franchises, though?
There's no other franchise. No other franchise has put out that much content consistently.
So MCU is head and shoulders above everybody else.
Easy. I mean, they're in another solar system.
G.I. Joe.
The only reason DC is even in the conversation is because it's always been a DC versus Marvel argument.
Oh yeah,
that's just the way it's always been. Other than that, they're not even in the conversation. They're different.
If these motherfuckers get off their ass and be like, you know what, it's okay to make rated R movies, Spawn is gonna be fucking great.
If they ruin Spawn,
they did once, but. I mean, that was 97.
That movie wasn't crappy.
It wasn't
bad.
But if they
the CG was, but yeah.
If they bring Spawn back, I think that's going to be a good. The whole franchise now. I think that's going to be a good second place
Hey, whatever happened to Morbius? Wasn't that supposed to come out soon?
That yes,
Yeah.
and
It's still
Sony,
coming out.
yeah, and Sony basically like this is honestly they're playing this will they won't they game right now because you got Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and then you got Morbius. Say what now?
I think they were going to do a Craven movie also, right?
Yeah, so they're kind of waiting because what they want to see is how the MCU is being written.
Man,
And
didn't they?
So here, and this is something else that's been kind of played around with is that if you watch the trailer, this kind of plays into like a theory that I saw the other day. Is that if you watch the trailer for was it Venom, Let There Be Carnage?
Yeah.
The logos, and there is a specific shot in the Morbius trailer where they show Spider-Man like he's on a poster. He's on a poster real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, real quick. Like he's not actually in there. But what they do is the logos that are used for the Daily Bugle and the poster is actually based on the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Oh, really? Okay.
So what a possible theory is, because there's rumors that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and they're going to do like a live action Spider-Verse.
Yeah, they're signed on though.
Right. So what a thought is that Venom, this is a branch reality that Venom is in the Sam Raimi universe, and we just forgot that number 3 happened. Right?
Didn't Sam Raimi do 3 though?
He did 3, but remember, this is a what if scenario. So now,
okay.
So now we could just be like, "Oh, that shit didn't happen," or in this universe it did, right? So then that could be the way that they bring some of those other characters into the fold, but not technically do it.
So I got a question. So with what just happened with Loki, are they saying that universe was wiped out, and then we're gonna bring in?
Well, no, it's just the possibilities are now endless.
Because Andy Serkis is the one directing Carnage.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, basically now Marvel's in a position and has a vehicle to basically do whatever the hell they want.
Yep.
And with no repercussions. Yep. And they basically now it's like, well, time guys to print money.
Yep. All right, so we got to end the show. We're at hour 21. Yeah, we're out.
Nobody wants this anyway.
Brian does because he's got to do stuff.
When he edited it. That's
right.
Remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so we appreciate everybody coming in, keeping us company, y'all. We'll be back next Thursday with more topics that Izzo can participate in. So we'll see y'all again this time. Again next Thursday. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Spooks.
Take it easy.